Now, what is complex permanent tissue? Complex permanent tissue comprises of different kinds of cells, and this group of different types of cell perform common work together, and that grouping of cells is called as the complex tissue. So these complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cell, and all these cells coordinate to perform a common functions. You can take the example of some vascular bundles that includes the xylem and phloem. These are the examples of complex tissue, and these two complex tissue are conducting tissues and constitute a vascular bundle. So this vascular or conductive tissue is a distinctive feature of the complex plants, one that has made possible their survival in the terrestrial environment. Now, let's understand what you mean by xylem tissue and the phloem tissue, and thereby we will come to know what are its characteristics. So, this is the figure that you can see here of the xylem. So, this xylem transport water and nutrients from roots to upper parts of the plants, and it is made up of dead cells having thick cell lining. Now, these xylem tissues are of different types. First one is the tracheids. These tracheids are long elongated cells with tapered ending, and these tracheid cells with tapered endings are dead cells, and they help in the transportation of the water through their pits. And the next one is the vessels. These vessels are the pipeline structures, and these vessels are dead and they have lignified thick cell wall, and the upper and the lower portion of the cell wall is absent in it. And the next one is xylem parenchyma. This xylem parenchyma store food, and it helps in the transportation of the water horizontally in the plants. And the last one, that is the xylem fibers. This xylem fiber gives support in transportation. So this is about the xylem tissue. Now let's discuss about the phloem tissue. So this phloem tissue is made up of living cells, and it transports food from leaves to other parts of the plant. It consists of the following four elements. So the first one is the sieve tubes. The sieve tubes are elongated and they have thin cell wall. They have cytoplasm but no nucleus and other organelles. And the next type is the companion cell. These companion cells have cytoplasm, nucleus and other organelles, and they facilitate the function of the sieve tubes. And the third type of the phloem tissue is the phloem fiber. These phloem fiber provide flexibility to the phloem tissues. And the last one is the phloem parenchyma. This phloem parenchyma store starch and proteins. So these are the different types of phloem tissue. So student, you have understood about the difference between this xylem tissue and the phloem tissue. So in the xylem tissue, what they do? They help in the transportation of the water from the roots to different parts of the plants. Whereas in the case of phloem tissue, it helps in the movement of food from the leaves to every parts of the plant.